Hi, this is Alok Sharma, and I'm from Abyss Management. I want to take you to a complete analysis of COVID 19. This is a real analysis. If you are fed up with this whole generic understanding of washing your hands, keeping a social distance, if you want some useful information, and most of the people really lack in data analytical approach, so we're following a data driven approach to really go into the logical way of thinking. Let's move into this program. It's a very short, slideshow, so I will not take much time, but it will give you a very good understanding about why this lockdown has gone to so many days, when it will be over, what can be the situation for different states. So it has been very well analyzed, and in a very simple way. Somewhere there will be complexity, so I will simplify the things. Okay, so let's move into the analysis. So if you analyze, this line represents the case of when the first lockdown was announced. So you can easily see that this particular line represents what? Before 24th, and after 24th the lockdown started. So India was having 519 cases in totality, and the first case was reported in 30th January. On average, we were getting 22 cases per day. Peak was 100 in a day we achieved. And after we announced the lockdown, you can see there's an increasing trend, right? There is a increasing trend. There is a trend which is increasing. So why there is an increasing trend? Because of the simple purpose that once we reached to the 14th April, there was no downtrend started. So there was no point in opening the lockdown. So we got 10,000 cases almost till 14th morning. Average cases reported were 468 per day. And we have gone up to 1,000 plus cases in a day. This was the story till. So with this understanding, had there been a decline, we could have thought of relaxing the certain cases. So what is called decline case? This is an increasing trend. Had it has increased and then has fallen down, so it means we have achieved the peak and now it is on downtrend. So on 14th we could not get that peak or downtrend. So you can see that why PM decided to continue with the lockdown. Even you can also see, we were waiting that what they will announce. It's our basic understanding. If you look into the data, it's very easy to find out that why we have to take a certain decision, because I believe it is not about PM taking a decision. I believe that it's experts and data which is taking a decision. He is informing, or the authority is informing with a leadership so that it is acceptable to people. So it's just an announcement by PM to make it acceptable. But if you look into the data, it's very clearly showing that we cannot open the lockdown when we have started the lockdown at 519 cases, and we cannot open it at 10,000 cases. Had there been a downtrend started, or the trend is reducing, then the quantity is not important. Even the trend should show the results. So it's not the case. So let's move to the next one. Okay, let's clear this. Move to the next. So what we believe, that there are three sets of data we have observed. What do we mean by three sets of data? Say, first set of data is where the things were moving between 800 to 1,000 cases. One set of data is between 300 to 600 cases. One is 0 to 160 cases. These are three set of trends we have observed. Suppose we have already reached 2,000. How will know we are reducing? So we have to go in the same way, reverse trend. So unless we reach to the 400 cases and then to 160 cases trend, then we say the peak has achieved. Now we are moving toward a reverse trend. So we are not getting the reverse trend. Okay, so we are waiting for this reverse trend, and the set of data for few days that you will get are these two things. We are here, we want to this set of data. So you can closely observe per day cases, and you will come to know that we are moving towards the reverse trend or not. Let's go to the next slide. Now, how much cases are more or less? So statistically, we are defined with a control limit that these cases are now increasing trend going to 1,000. These are extraordinary figures. Now, if we come back to 399 cases, a little bit below that, it means the grip has started. We are starting controlling the scenario. But if you go to less than 62 cases, less than 60 cases, it means it is fully under control. Now, the COVID virus is totally under our control. But when we can see these figures, because not a normal process, say patients, okay, so we have to go by the average figures every day. So we have taken 3 consecutive days average. Let's go to the next one. Now, seeing this data, what we can predict? Now we can predict also how many cases will happen, and you will be surprised. I've taken data only up to 14. After that, today also I can take certain data, but I have taken old data to predict my model. So how to see that a data is following a certain model, particular model. So don't go into detail of this. There are different kind of distribution model in this world. So I have selected out of many one. It's called 3-parameter Weibull. So it follows a particular pattern. Why we have selected? Because I can know the behavior of this particular model case. So if I know the behavior, I can easily identify the parameters. So let's see how I identified and what you want to know. First, I want to know what are the peak values I can receive or in a particular day arrive. So if I take at 95% of the total data values of population, I can go up to 1286 cases. If I want to cover at 99% level of the population area, then I can have 3000 cases per day. So the most likely chances is 1200 something and between 3000. So it cannot go in a day like 10,000 cases arrived. It will not happen like this. So I will take by 95% level. So I will take 1200 to 1300 cases per day as a peak cases. In extreme case, it can be 3000. It's a good one prediction. So you know every day the chance of a peak is how much. So I can prepare myself, my resources, my beds, my hospitals, my medicines accordingly. Let's go to the next case. So by 2nd May evening, how many good cases scenario can happen? This is a good case scenario, not a worst case scenario. So I will have total cases of 22,930. Active cases will be this. There will be 900 plus death. Recovered cases will be quite high, 4,583. It can cross more than that. There will be symptom of downward trends. So first case I can get 400 cases per day. Then it will go to a level of 60 per day cases, as I have shown you in prediction also. And if I say I am out of crisis, I will go to 4 to 7 cases per day, say out of crisis situation. This is completely under control. This is completely under my control. This is out of crisis, and this is getting the controls. Okay, and the peak can go up to, as I explained, 1286 to 3000. The safest period is 26 April to 5th May. This is, I expect, is the safest period which I can have a good control. So, but the cases will not become zero. So what this scenario is telling you, few active cases will always be there. Even if you have reverse trend of 400, because at the way it was moving, similarly it can go down slowly. It cannot go down suddenly like that. So if you take 400, 100 and all those cases prediction, then on 3rd of the 2nd May, you cannot have 0 cases. So it's very clearly you cannot have 0 cases. You will still have some active cases of 17,000 plus cases. So what will be the decision? Decision will again be you cannot open the complete lockdown. So what I will suggest that we have to go little bit phase wise manner. So I have to go phase wise. So I cannot lock down till infinity or unlimited, because you will not get 0 cases on 3rd May. Okay, so this is a very clear understanding. So I think you have to open in a phased way and with a phased manner or with a better controls. So let's go to the next one. So what is the scenario of all the states? Okay, these are states basically. So all these states. So few states are higher contributor: Maharashtra, Delhi, Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana. Few are lower in contributor: West Bengal, Haryana, Kolkata, Jammu Kashmir, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, and so on. So which is really having less contribution and higher? So we identify this way. If number of states are effective less than 10, so they have a good chances of 20th April to open more economical activity, and those having less chance to open into the essential or non-essential economic activity. So you can look into that. UP, Telangana, they have rare chance, they cannot open up. non-essential service. Even though the government will say, okay, you have opened, please apply for passes. So sorry, they have less chance because their number of states are more affected. Spread is higher. Here the spread is lesser. It's a lesser number of states are getting affected. So Assam, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Chhattisgarh, Odisha have a number of lesser state, but it does not mean here the number of lesser state will help you. You have to go to further analysis. So let's go into the further analysis. These are having good chances. These are having low probability to open. Let's go state-wise. Which one having poor chance for control? Like Andhra Pradesh. You can see like that if the data is scattered in all these states, even the number of cases are less, I cannot open the state. Okay, because it's scattered. If it is concentrated to one area, it is easy to open the state by sealing or locking a particular zone or area as a concentrated zone. Just to understand this way, suppose you have 30,000 cases in India, but all 30,000 cases are concentrated in suppose Kerala, then I can lock down Kerala and whole country can be open. But if we have a case of say 1,000 cases, but 1,000 cases are spread on all the cities, all the states, I cannot open the lockdown. So it is not the quantity or numbers that will decide, it is the spread also that will decide. So this analysis will tell you concentrated versus spread analysis. So here the spread is more. So sorry for Andhra Pradesh, it's a poor chance for them to control because it will take more time for them to open the lockdown. So let's go to the next case. If you can see, Haryana has higher volume, but it is only the Gurgaon which is getting affected. So it is easy to control because it's a specific area. Same with the Madhya Pradesh, it's only the Indore, number of cases higher, but it concentrated to a particular area. So we can open a certain area and lock it, seal particular zone. Then if you go to the case of Odisha, it's easy to control. If you go to the Punjab, cases are everywhere, 5, 6, 10, so it's difficult to poor chance of control. If you go to the UP, okay, it's very, very poor chance because every state, district within the state is getting affected. It's scattered a lot, right? If you go to West Bengal, there's more chance to control because it's concentrated in a particular zone. If you go to Delhi, number of cases may be high, but there's fair chance because since South Delhi is getting more affected, so they have fair chance. I will not say good chance, but they have fair chance in Delhi to control, and so on. So thanks a lot, okay, for listening to this, conversation and analysis. So what I want to tell you is that go with a logical approach, see the data, and every day study the data. What cases are coming, if it matches with the prediction, you will come to know what will be the future of India based for the lockdown scenario. Okay, thanks a lot. Please stay safe. Take care.